Teaching young athletes the essence of running, what I tend to do, or what I've stumbled across over the years, is that athletes tend to get into upright running very, very quickly, typically within the first 5 to 6 meters. So what I've done with this young athlete here is I put cones over 5 meters so you can see the red cones from where he is now to where he is here. And the goal here is to do a particular drill, which in this case so happens to be scissors. So he's going to do his scissor drill here, and then he's going to get into his running by performing this. Okay, by lifting his heels up and perform what's called a stride. So the aim is to get himself into running sooner. So I don't necessarily stretch the drills over 10, 15, 20 meters, because then it creates the wrong behavior. So by having him drilling over a shorter distance, which replicates what he'll be doing when he's starting, or he or she is starting, it then carries the same behavior. So we've started with getting this young athlete to learn to drill and then get into his running from 5 meters onwards, which he's performing here. So we repeated that 3 or 4 times with some corrections along the way. And what I said to this young athlete was, how long is it taking you to get into your running? And he said that I'm not getting myself going until around here. So I've asked this young athlete to do what he's established at steps 7 and 8, or 8 or 9 meters in this case. Try and get that to happen earlier, maybe around 3 or 4 meters, so he can get up into running sooner. So we worked on that a little bit, and over time, once he got that happening in his drills, we then carried up onto some form of build-ups. So he then carried that same behaviour and was able to do it over this shorter distance. We then got his spikes on, we then performed the same over wickets. So this is all task related. And by setting up the objective from the drills, it then made what he had to do over the wickets a lot simpler. So then we progressed this again, and I found as he was going from an upright start to a 3-point start, I then gave him 6 to 7 meters, because he's now coming from a lower position. It's going to take him a little bit of time to get up and running. As he got a better understanding of this, we then focused on making sure he can go from a upright to a 3-point, and what adjustments he had to make from there. And as he got better and better at it, we then focused on how he was landing and ensuring that the young athlete lands on the back row of the spikes. That in itself is another conversation. But this is just a little bit of an insight onto how you can potentially approach coaching young athletes, and these steps and the conversations that you have in order to get the goal achieved. Better?